good at pretending to be a king.
My dad is really good at sleeping.
My dad is really good at sports like baseball and golf. My dad is really good at fixing lasers.
My dad is really good at selling cars.
My dad is really good at pulling out my teeth.
If my dad wrestled Superman, he would win because he lifts weights and he is strong. If my dad arm wrestled with Superman, Superman would win because my dad does not have super strength.
If my dad arm wrestled Superman, he would win because he used to be a construction worker and had to carry a whole bunch of heavy things.
If my dad arm wrestled Superman, Superman would win because Superman lifts up cars. My dad would win because Superman would go easy on him because he saves citizens and not destroy their arms.
If my dad arm wrestled with Superman, my dad would lose because Superman is stronger and he would crush my dad's hand.
If my dad arm wrestled Superman, he would win because he rocks and he has big muscles.
If my Uncle Matt arm wrestled with Superman, he would win because he's really good at opening stuff that are hard to open.
My dad is really good at making steak. Big steak.
The best thing my dad cooks is ribs on the grill.
My dad can cook on the grill. He makes the best ribs and steak.
My dad can cook really good steak and pizza.
My dad is really good at making fried chicken.
When my dad cooks, I love it when he orders pizza.
The coolest things I've ever done with my dad is go to my softball games. The coolest thing I've done with my dad is when he launched me from one side of the bed to the other.
The coolest thing I've done with my dad is when he takes me out so I can play video games like Pac-Man. The coolest thing I ever done with my dad is sit in a Corvette.
The coolest thing I've ever done with my dad is go on the four-wheeler with him.
The coolest thing I have done with my dad is play laser tag with him.
I'm proud of my dad because he plays the guitar for church.
I'm really proud of my dad because at the night he takes care of me, my sister, and my baby brother.
I'm proud of my dad because he goes to work Monday through Saturday and gets up at 5 in the morning.
I'm proud of my dad because he works so hard. I'm proud of my dad because he's good at his job.
I'm proud of my Uncle Matt because he goes on mission trips to tell people about Jesus.
I know my dad loves me because he gets me flowers on Valentine's Day and he asks me to be his Valentine's. I know my dad loves me because he helps me when I have bad dreams. I know my dad loves me because he let me hold a $100 bill.
I know my dad loves me because he hugs me and plays with me.
I know my dad loves me because he gets me places on time like school, our cabin, and the dentist appointments.
I know my dad loves me because he cares for me and gives me food.
I know my dad loves me because he kisses me and prays for me.